Hi everyone, in this tutorial we'll be learning all the basic HTML attributes. If you want to know what is HTML and its basic elements and tags, the video link is provided in the description or in the info box here. So what are attributes? Attributes usually come in name value pairs. Basically attributes are used to add additional information to the elements we used. All HTML elements can have attributes and are always specified in the start tag. Just don't get confused. HTML elements are nothing but the tags like body tag, div tag, p tag or heading tag, etc. etc. HTML attributes are additional key value pairs where we can append some information to that elements and help the browser to identify the elements and render in a better way. Let us see some basic attributes we use all the time in HTML. Let us start by creating a simple HTML file. You can name the file as you want, but with a .html extension. Now here you can see I have a HTML file with all this code. This contains all the basic attributes today we are going to learn. You can find this code on our Git repository, link is in the description. As you can see here, we had written something like lang equal to en in our HTML tag element. If you observe the tags, it is in key value pair and it is specifying the language of this HTML document to the browser. So anything which is written in the start tag of the element is nothing but attributes. The lang is the key attribute and in the value section we can specify anything we want like English or French. Now here you can see the basic href HTML element. Here A is the tag element and href is the attribute and it specifies the browser to navigate to the given link. Similarly, you might have also know the attribute like ID and class, which are mostly used and are appended to most of your tag elements. I had used it for my div element here. ID is the key attribute and its value must be unique. And here you can see the class attribute. It is not necessary to use unique values in our class attributes and can also contain multiple class values separated by a space, whereas ID can contain only one value without spaces. You might have also heard about style attribute. In the style attribute, we can specify our inline styling to the element. Here, style is the key element and its value can be again key value pairs. We will discuss the CSS in detail in our upcoming videos. Now let's move on to our next attribute, title attribute. It is used to display a tooltip to our HTML tag element. It is used to improve the readability and accessibility of the tag element for both user and the browser. Now let us see the attributes we use in our image element. As you can see here, we use the source attribute where we can specify the path of the media image. Parallelly, we are using an alt attribute where we can specify what is all the image about. It is not mandatory to use the alt attribute, but it really makes a huge difference in bringing traffic to your website. And also you can see we used width and height attributes as defined here. Similarly, we have our iframe tag element. If you don't know what is an iframe, it is used to load an HTML page as a block in our HTML page. We can use the HTML attributes wherever required. Like we are using again the source attribute, title attribute and width, height and style attributes. These are the basic attributes of HTML. But there are many attributes in HTML which we had specified in our blog article. Link is in the description. Now let us see how this document is rendered on our browser. Open the folder where you have saved this file. Right click on it and open with Chrome. Now you can see your HTML page is rendered. It is rendered as we wanted. Note, it does not show our HTML attributes and their values, just as it does not show the HTML tag elements. But I had silently added value to the page, like providing navigation links or inline CSS or media image links or iframe source. I hope you had understood the HTML attributes. If not, jump into the code provided in the Git and execute it on your own machine. It should give you a brief perspective on HTML attributes. If you had followed our tutorials on what is HTML and basic tag elements in HTML, along with the HTML attributes, yada, you are good to start coding in HTML. You know now all the basics in HTML. Thank you.